Hey everyone, I just wanted to take you through a quick tutorial on some bronzing and contouring steps that you can take to really sculpt your face and not only slim it down but kind of bring new life to, and new attention to certain areas of your face. So right now I have foundation on. I just applied my Everyday Minerals foundation and I used a little concealer around my eyes, but I am going to go ahead and first do like a quick wash of bronzer all over, and this is mainly more of a just color enhancing step than a contouring step. I'm going to use my Milani powder bronzer in light, and I'm just going to use my fluffy kabuki brush. This one's by Upstage and I found it at my local Big Lots. But I'm just going to focus this mainly on areas where the sun might naturally hit. This is not a shimmery bronzer, and I would not recommend a shimmery bronzer for this step because basically all we're doing here is just trying to kick up, our skin tone a little bit. We're not really paying attention to certain areas. Is kind of where would the sun hit your skin. You're talking about your forehead, your nose, your chin, and on top of your cheeks, and then just a light dusting everywhere else. Okay, so now that you've done that step and you've kind of upped your the glow of your skin a little bit, you want to pay special attention to where we want to contour. And you can definitely contour with just powder products, but if you really want to kind of kick it up that extra notch, I would go with using a cream product and then going over it with a powder. One that I like, this is a product from Sonia Kashuk. It's a brand available at Target, and she has this golden cream bronzer duo, and this is the golden cream bronzer. This is a blush, but we're going to use this bronzer here, and you can use a sponge. You could also use your finger. What I like to do is kind of apply it with my finger and then use a sponge to blend it out. But I'm going to get some of that golden cream bronzer there, and I'm going to streak it right under, right in this area where it's just under my cheekbone. Then I'm going to take a little sponge and basically just blend that out. And to where it's like it's deep in the color, but you can't tell an exact start and end to that line that I just put there now that I blended out. This blends so easily, this product, so I love that. It's not a real thick cream, but it's enough to where, as you can see, you can create some definition here. So I've got some on my finger, sweeping it down. You can kind of suck your cheeks in and see right where that area is that you want to focus on. And then I'm just taking a little sponge and blending it out. You could continue to blend with your finger, but I think the sponge somehow helps you from over blending and applying too much pressure. So just checking my other mirror here. Once you feel like you've gotten that blended enough, you can also think about contouring other areas of the face. You can obviously, slim your nose down a little bit. I don't really usually mess with too much of that, but you can do things to your chin, your nose, your temples here would be another place if you really wanted that heavy-duty contouring, but I'm going to mainly focus on the cheeks here. Then you want to use a blush or a bronzer, something in a deep enough tone to where you can kind of go over that and it will really help that contour stand out. One that I always like to use, and I've recommended it countless times, is the Golden Pink Cheekers blush by CoverGirl. This is just the perfect contouring blush shade for me, and so I just grab my blush brush, mine is from Revlon, get some of the product on there, and basically we're going right over what we just did there. If you wanted to keep a dewy look, you might want to, not even do this because that cream does give you a more dewy finish, but basically you can see what we're doing here. Just adding that added definition right here to our cheeks really can be a measure that slims the face a little bit. There you can see the change. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And I kind of like to go, back and forth over it, and then sort of some circular motions below and above that point to really blur the line. Okay? I do this daily. This is a daily step for me when I'm doing my makeup for the news. So, you know, you can get a little bit on your cheeks or whatever, or, you know, a splash of that color all over. This is kind of like, it's a borderline bronzer, but it's still kind of a blush because it has that same warmth, and it's got a nice intensity there as well. Then, as a, you know, a final step for your blush, I would go ahead and take a pinky or peachy shade. In this case, I found one that's a real combination here. It's the Milani Minerals blush in Mai Tai. One of the prettiest shades, one of the most asked about shades. Whenever I have this on, I usually have somebody ask me, what blush are you wearing? I love this color so much, and I'm not really applying it right here, because the closer you get to your nose with pinky colors, I can find it can make my nose look like I've got like redness around it, like maybe an acne related redness or something like that, and we don't want to get, you know, suggest that with our blush. So I'm going more on right on the side here, just a little bit. Just a little touch of this, a little bit kind of goes a long way with this product. And then the final step, if you really wanted to do this full face, and like I said, this is not necessarily for everyone. This may not be an everyday thing that you want to do, but just something now and then. Maybe you've got gonna get pictures taken or something like that, and you really want your face to look its best. I would recommend taking a highlighter. You could do the cream step again. You could put down a cream highlighter, but I find for me what works really well, just take a powder. I like the Physicians Formula Shimmer strips. This is Waikiki strip. It's the Peachy Glow Bronzer. And I focus in toward, you can see there's a whole range of color. I focus in toward the top when I want to use this as a highlighter, and just get a little bit there on my brush, and we're going on top of the cheekbone here. Okay? And kind of right in here, okay? We're trying to bring that light to sort of the center of our face and make the light hit on top of this cheekbone. Then we got the contour underneath. It's going to really make our cheeks stand out and look pretty. And then you can, of course, put this all over your face, but just don't go overboard because, like I said, it is shimmery, and you don't always want, you know, your whole face to look eventually shiny by the end of the day. But anyway, guys, I hope this helped you for those who were looking for some tips on contouring and bronzing and that kind of thing. This is just how you can take some products you might have and combine them in such a way that you will get a nicely contoured look for your cheeks. So hope you enjoyed this video, everyone, and have a great day.